Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our pre-match press conference to preview our game against Crystal Palace this weekend. And if we can start off with Anton from Sky Sports, please.
Hi, Rafa. It's
Hi.
Look, before we get on to the game and your squad, I just want to ask about obviously the current situation concerning COVID. How worried are you especially going into such a busy period of games, about obviously the health and welfare of the staff, the squad, and also the schedule coming up?
To be fair, we knew a long time ago that it's a difficult time with the COVID-19 around. We are trying to have some control. We have meetings with the players. We follow the emergency measures that we have to do. But you never know. We have seen some games or some clubs affected, and we have to be sure that we are doing what we have to do. And this busy time, Christmas, is always complicated because there are so many games. But the only thing that we can do is just try to be sure that we keep the distance and we wash our hands, and then we have the mask, and then we tell the players what they have to do.
How difficult is it, considering we've been living like this for 20 months, but now Everton's having to go back into emergency measures again?
Yeah, it's difficult for everyone. So then for us as a professionals, we have to have more control. But I can see the people in the streets, and it's just, I say, it's difficult for everyone. You go home, and then sometimes you see friends, family, and with issues. So I think it's complicated, but okay, we have to manage, and we have to be sure that we take the measures that we have to do it.
Let's go back to more footballing matters. Look, a lot's been made of leaving Lucas Digne out of the side on Monday. What's the situation with Lucas? Has there been a fallout, and is he available for selection?
I think Lucas was clear. It's the manager decide. He has been training today, and we will decide tomorrow. So it's a normal situation with a player that is training, and then we will see tomorrow if he's available or not.
So at this moment, you're still unsure whether he's going to be available for the game. Do you want? I presume you wanted to be available for the game. It's not. Has there been a fallout between you?
I think we need all the players around, because that is increase the competition in the team. But at the same time, everybody has to be focused, and then they have to realize that the priority is the team. That's it.
How is the squad going into the game against Crystal Palace? Fitness-wise, injury-wise, and especially Dominic Calvert-Lewin, how's he doing with his recovery?
I think in terms of fitness, the team is well. It's okay. It's good, because you could see the other day, I think it was the game that we ran it more than in 4 years. So that means a lot. It means that the team is physically at a good level. Then always you can improve, but at the moment we are fine and working so hard. In terms of injuries, still we have Jerry. Dominic is getting closer. Obviously, every training session that he's doing with the rehabilitation coach is getting better. And Jerry is not available, as we know. Rondon is available, has been training, and Alan has done today half of a training session, and then we have Davies that still he needs. Maybe next week he will start with the team.
So that's promising. Sounds like you've got some players coming back, if not immediately, then soon, hopefully. Does that affect what your plans are going to be in January, considering the transfer window will be open?
Not really. I think we know more or less what we want, and the point here is always if you can get what you want, because January is always transfer window is difficult, but January is even more difficult. But I think it's fine. So we are working now, trying to concentrate on the games that we have now ahead, and after at the same time keeping an eye on the January transfer window.
Final one from me. How easy is that, considering obviously Marcel's left the club, busy run of fixtures, and obviously we know there hasn't been a lot of money to spend at Everton during the summer?
Yeah, at the moment my main job is to concentrate on the game, so that is very clear. But at the same time, the club is trying to manage and see how is the new structure, but they are working on that, and my job is just to concentrate on the games, and at the same time, obviously, you keep an eye on that. But I would say the priority is just the games.
Thanks, Rafa.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anton. We'll go to Niv Dovrat, please, at Premier League Productions.
Hi, Rafa. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi. So Arsenal, obviously, they lost to Liverpool and Man United, but they were going through a relatively good, very good positive momentum. That win at Goodison, what does it do to your team in terms of the spirit?
It was massive for everyone because I think that we needed to win, and the way that we won, I said after the game, with the players giving everything until the last minute, with the fans behind the team, with 2 goals disallowed, so with the intensity of the game. So I think it was so positive that everybody has a boost, and then everybody is delighted. And at the same time, we have to be sure that we keep this momentum, we keep this mentality for the next game.
And last one for me, please. Obviously, Crystal Palace had a change of management. Patrick Vieira is there, and the style of play has changed as well. What did you make of their performances so far this season?
I'm quite happy with the majority of the players in terms of commitment. I say always the same. And if we talk about Gray or Richarlison the other day, they were fantastic. But the team as a team was helping them because they were doing really well. So I like to talk about the team. And what I say is just some games, the intensity was there. And in terms of players, they will have some good times or good games or good or bad games. But talking about Gray or Richarlison the other day, everybody can agree that they were fantastic both.
Thank you, Rafa.
Thank you.
Thanks, Niv. We'll go to James Mountford, please, at Radio Merseyside.
Hello, Rafa. Good afternoon. You mentioned there the strategic review of the football structure, which is taking place. Do you have a view on that at all in terms of what the best model might be for a football club?
Yeah, obviously we have conversations all the time, so that is one thing that we are doing regularly. So we have conversation, we talk about ideas, and after, obviously, the owner and the board, they will decide which way they want to go. But at the moment, for me, it's just to keep my feedback if we have to do it and concentrate on the games.
Is the director of football model, is that something which you're keen on?
I have been in football so many years, and normally in Spain, in Italy, you have a director of football. So I don't have any issue with director of football or manager or head coach or whatever. So it's just to be sure that we choose the right one for Everton Football Club, and then hopefully we can be successful with that.
How much relief was that win the other day for you and the players?
Yeah, I think when you are working so hard to win games, and then you know that you are not having sometimes the luck, sometimes the accuracy, what I say in the final third, thing like that, or you make mistakes like we did the other day and we concede against Liverpool. So then you are pushing and working even harder trying to get the 3 points for the next game. So this game was massive in all sense, because everybody was working so hard and everybody was working together, and we won. So I think it's just another confirmation that this team has the spirit, but at the same time that when we stick together, we are stronger.
And just on Demarai, clearly he was a great prospect coming through at Birmingham. For whatever reason, he perhaps found life difficult at Leicester. Did it surprise you that he had to go to foreign shores, to Germany, when you were looking at him, that he perhaps hadn't already made it in the Premier League?
Yeah, I knew about his quality and his potential for a while, and I was following him, so I don't know if, but I said before, that I was in contact and I was following him even in Germany, and I knew about the potential. It's just a question of sometimes it's the right moment with the right manager. In this case, because I trusted him, he trusted me, then he's playing at a good level. Still, and it's something that I'm telling him all the time, still he has to carry on working as hard as he's doing already, and to be sure that he's more consistent, because if he can do that, he's a potential player for the England team, and I think with his quality, with his ability, he can be a really good player for any team, for us and for the national team.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. We'll go to Carl Markham, please, at the Press Association.
Rafa.
Yeah.
Just to go back to Luca Digne, he is your only recognised left back in the squad. So I'm just wondering what he has to do, what he has to show you to get his place back in the team.
I think it's just I don't want to talk too much about individuals. I think it's not fair for the group. The team was doing really well with different players on the pitch the other day, so we can do it. What he has to do is just be sure that he continue working hard and the team is ahead of any individual. That's it.
And just what do you make of that, of Ben's performance at left back in that game on Monday?
Very good. I think it was one of the key points for us in terms of to get the 3 points, because everybody knows how dangerous is Saka, and then he was controlling him quite well.
Thanks,
Thank
Carl. We'll take one from Jim Conlon, please.
Hi, Rafa.
Hi, Jim.
Rafa, my question to you is how important is it to capitalise on Crystal Palace 3 defeats there? Obviously, you're coming on the back of a win as well. Is the good start critical at the weekend?
Sorry, say again. Sorry, I couldn't understand. Sorry.
Yeah. Apologies. No, how important is it to take advantage of Crystal Palace run of bad form lately? 3 defeats. Is it rightly important for you to get a good start coming off a good win?
Yeah, I said before that we needed to win, but especially the way that we won. So everybody together with the intensity, with the commitment of every single player. So we have to keep the momentum. We have to be sure that the team approach a difficult game, because Crystal Palace are doing well, approach the game with the right mentality and then with the same team spirit that we had the other day. So really important for us to get 3 points and then keep the momentum.